to the kitchen, remember? Yeah. She still hasn't got us into the royal sweets though. And she's planning, she wouldn't join us today for lunch because she's got trees of hope in the week.
And I'm dressed like I don't belong.
Yeah. Yes, she had a beautiful picture in the paper for snowsuit lunch. So she's our bestest. This is why we come to the shadow. Michelle and Susan are going to hand one of these to each one of you. There's pens on the table, and if not, there will be. Anybody know what an idiom is? It's colorful figures of speech that play with language and take on a meaning of their own. So, have a look. Okay, can you just hand one to everybody? So for the next couple of minutes, you can look at these. Where's Rachel going? Well, here, just give everybody like 5 or 6 per table and keep going. There we go. Show them. Once you have the papers, I'm going to give you the answers to the first 2. This is kind of... Denise's leaving. She doesn't want to go through this.
I said because it's a quiz, I'm leaving, I failed.
It's not a quiz. So this is just going to be our fun part. Everybody have one? Who's saying no? Our table. Okay. There are, on that page in front of you, everybody's digging for their glasses. Would this have something to do with, who needs glasses? The young people don't need glasses. They're not digging. Ready? Raise the red flag. It's up to you. You're going to keep these. Number 2. Born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Take a look. They're idioms. You can check them off or whatever. You can go home with these. I'm going to give you a sheet with all the answers. I just thought they were really fun. This was in the Globe and Mail about 2 weeks ago. So did everybody find raise the red flag? Okay. So there's a red flag in the top left corner, right? Second idiom, born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Just look below the red flag. Got it? Everybody got it? Number 3. Put your foot in your mouth.
It's because of yoga.
Okay, so we're now going to hand out, because there's 19 of these idioms on that page. So I thought that you would all like to, drive someone in your lives crazy with these, right? And you'll have the answer sheet. So Rochelle and Susan are handing Number 4 is the winter of discontent. The winter of discontent. And number 5 is taking the bull by the horn. Six, skeleton at the feast. Seven, drive them nuts. Drive them nuts. 8, dead as a dodo. There's a dodo bird down on the bottom. Number 9 is when pigs have wings.
Pigs fly.
Well, this one says when pigs have wings. What do I know? Number 10, stealing thunder. 11, on cloud 9. And 12 is easy, raining cats and dogs. 13, man with many hats. 14, barking up the wrong tree. 15, comparing apples and oranges. 16, don't count your chickens before they're hatched. That's down on the very bottom. There's 2 little chickens, I think. 17, put all your eggs in one basket. 18 is a fly in the ointment. And number 19 is the best of all. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. I just thought that was kind of cool. You could take it home. You got the idioms and now you got the answers. Bending down. So the old guys are going to help the new guys here, and you cannot go together. So if you're sitting with your best buddy, remember that there are a lot of people here who don't know anybody. Right? So be nice and don't travel with your buddy. So you need to take with you your water glass, your wine glass, your napkin, and your bread plate. And change tables. So this has been hanging in our office, and I really think it's quite of inspirational, and I thought of it. I said to Rochelle, where did Rochelle go, by the way? She's moved before. Can't lose my Rochelle. Well, I lost her. Lost her. Anyway, I'm just going to read this to you because I thought it came originally from a REMAX convention and as a motivational thing, but I read it and I thought, you know what, this is kind of cool. The contest lasts for moments, though the training's taking years. It wasn't the winning alone that was worth the work and the tears. The applause will be forgotten, the prize will be misplaced, but the long, hard hours of practice will never be a waste. For in trying to win, you build skill. You learn that winning depends on will. You never grow by how much you win. You only grow by how much you put in. So any new challenge you've just begun, put forth your best, and you've already won. Okay? Yeah. So if any of you want to take a picture of this and keep it, I did not print it out, but you might wanna, I just thought it was kind of cool. First of all, I'd like to thank the crew at the chateau. Lost Nico again. When we find him, I'll thank him. Okay. There's a gentleman by the name of Jeff Richards who works upstairs, and he's the coordinator. He's a nice young fellow, and however, it was kind of funny because I called Deneen and I said, okay, I need a date, whatever. And so Deneen and I are chit-chatting, and she said, I'm gonna give you to Jeff Richards and he'll coordinate it. So I said, okay. She said, he's young and he's kind of cute. I said, yeah, well, I'm too old, right? So, and I had to do it. So, anyway, he called me and he said, if you'd like to come in, we can discuss the menu. And I said, I will come in. It will take about 3 minutes, right? And he said, no, we have to decide, this. And I said, 3 minutes, right? So I went upstairs to the banquet area on a particular assigned date and sat with him and said, okay, what menus have I done in the past? So he gave it to me. I said, well, okay, we're not doing any of those. What are my choices? So it took about 10 minutes. Right? And I said, and everything else is formatted, right? So it's really quick. So apparently, afterwards he said to Denise, it did only take like 3 minutes. It was kind of funny, it's cute. So I will thank him when he arrives too. The other person I would like to thank is Kelsey. There's a lovely young lady running around doing pictures. Some of you have met her. Some of you have met her at your houses also, as in the Coulthards. Where are you? There she is. Yeah. Kelsey and I were there for your house. And anyway, there's a number of, she's great, and thank you for doing this for us. If the emails that you put in the book are correct, we'll send you the pictures. Okay? Right? Right. Okay. That would not be my department, as you all know. Maria Mignante gives us a painting every year. I just wanted to chit-chat about the raffle things for a second. So keep eating and get your glass of wine out. Maria is sick today, and she sent me a note saying, I will try, but if I'm sick, I won't be there. So the painting on the far end is the same lady that every year I never ask. She says, it's for Chio. When she got to save the date like the rest of you with the wrong date. Did you like that? 4 of us edited that thing, right? 4 of us, Tuesday, November the 16th, yeah, right. Anyway, she said, well, I'll bring you a painting. Like there was just, and she shows her art in Montreal and in New York, and so it's quite prized. Anyway, there's one of our raffle gifts. Lou McCowell, who is a lawyer that many of you have dealt with, I said, Lou, would you do a will for free? So there is an envelope up here, and Lou's wife is here, Jen. There's Jen. So Lou has given us a free will for everybody, which I think is great. Yeah. There's see the little suitcase up here? This is Alana, that one with the halo that I went to school with. She, when I was in Kitchener 2 weeks ago, said, do you want a raffle prize? Yes. So she came out with this suitcase, and it's a teddy bear, and it has Christmas, Halloween, Easter, Valentine's, and Canada Day.
And every day, yes.
So anybody that saves teddy bears or has young children in their lives, there you go. There is another lady by the name of Wilka's Musiak who could not come today, but she said, I've retired and I've decided to take up crocheting. So she made the shawl that's up here, right? Which I thought was awesome. There's 2 tickets to a male choir concert in December. The flowers that we send to all our clients when you list, or if there's something going on and we know about it, is a florist on St. Joseph Boulevard in Orleans called Stone Blossom. And sorry?
They're awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome. That arrangement down there is Lynette's. She actually today, she was going to come and have lunch with us. However, she does the May Court Parade of Christmas Homes, right? It goes on every year. She always does a house, so she's busy today because that's today. And you're all going to receive, as you know, tickets to the Signatures craft event, and I'll talk about that after. But Nancy Law is the coordinator for that, and she said to me, well, I can get you a couple of gifts. So we have from 3 of the artists, 4 of the artists at that show. There's a beautiful pair of earrings here by Claudine Moncion, which I think are lovely. There's 2 watercolor prints that are gorgeous from John Shea, who is a local artist, very well known. So the 2 watercolors here, and we'll do them separately. And there's a stained glass piece on the post with the birdhouse and so on. And that's KMO Petite Nation that brought that. And there's also, compliments of Anna Dwight, a set of Swarovski earrings. So there's lots of neat raffle things. The raffle tickets, and I've already picked out my people that are going to do these. They're people with long arms. So 1 arm, not this size, is $20. 2 arms is $40, and 3 arms, which will be another, will be $50. And if you don't have money with you, I will be happy to take IOUs. So put your name on them. The proceeds from this raffle, to stop being funny, go to 2 charities. CHEO, you know where we do it. We love CHEO. We've always loved CHEO. They're an amazing hospital. Dwight and I donate all year long. A portion of each one of our transactions goes to CHEO. We've been involved with them for donkey's years. We also do the Trees of Hope, which is what Denise was talking about. That's a huge fundraiser for CHEO that they do. So the trees from CHEO, from the Trees of Hope, are scattered throughout this chateau until about January the 5th. There's 31 trees this year. Last year I think there were 34. And they're amazing. So if you've got time between Christmas and New Year's, right, or just after New Year's, it's till about the 2nd week, I think it is, of January, right, Norma? I think it's something like that. Just come in and wander through the chateau. It's just stunning, all these trees, because they give you the theme and they give you the colors. Right? So we all know what the themes are this year are the 12 Days of Christmas and the Enchanted Forest. So the trees have to reflect one or the other of those. So anyway, it's kind of neat. The other charity is, it's now called Support Your Troops. The Military Family Fund was established in April of 2007 by General Rick Hillier. And Joyce had to, Joyce is not with us today because she had a medical issue that she had to deal with. And so she sent her regrets because for once she was in town and she was coming, and then all of a sudden she wasn't. So on the recommendation, in his words, of some incredibly young people who wanted to ensure that military families who serve by standing beside and behind those in uniform were separated in their, supported in their hours of greatest need. In January of 2016, the Military Family Fund and the Canadian Forces Personnel Assistance Fund amalgamated together to, amalgamated obviously, to support our troops fund. So when we're wandering around selling tickets, please be generous because there are two really good charities. On that note, guess what? Wine glass. And all you guys that didn't go the last time, with the exception of there's one table that I understand they can stay with. However, all the rest of you, yeah, you two over there, I saw you. Water glass, wine glass, bread plate if you need it, napkin.
Thank you very much again for a fabulous moving around as scary as it is, I have met some more amazing women, ladies, whatever this is officially called, females today. So thank you. And Merry Christmas to all. And thank you, Ann and Brooke.
So while my esteemed colleagues over here are ripping tickets, right, have another couple of minutes, I would just like to read you a little list, and again, we have copies for everybody, so you can take them home. Do you remember the old Harold Smith magazine? And we used to give it out, right? And I loved it, but it's gone. But they had a column called Over the Fence, right? And it was all tips, like meat tips. So guess who went digging? So this is the random list of household tips, right? And as I said, you'll all get a copy here. So, earwigs in plants. Dwight did not like this answer. Place a little beer in a plastic container and place it in the plant. And actually, I've done that, and it works. He didn't like it because I took his beer. So you can put your fan. We have 500 square feet of deck right up at the lake, and we have 2 fans, no bugs. Right? They hate the wind. It makes perfect sense. It is always easier to pull weeds after the rain, as the ground is not so dry and solid. Golf bags, another one he didn't like much. Golf bags make great holders for hose, rakes, shovels. The side pockets, small tools, gardening gloves, and even better if it's on wheels, because then you can hold it around the garden. Perfect sense. Candle wax dripped on your tablecloth, place it in the freezer overnight, and the brittle wax will break off. But it doesn't work if it's beeswax or colored wax, be warned. Okay, this I love too. Smoke alarm going off in the kitchen. Take your toilet plunger and place it over the smoke detector. Plunger first, just make sure it's clean. Somebody said okay. Keep your wine corks. For those of us, of course, that don't drink wine, keep your wine corks all winter and use them in the spring to line the bottom of your annual flower pots. They provide drainage and absorb moisture, and your plants won't dry out as fast. Smart. Are we ready? Any 1 1/4 cardboard tube from Christmas wrap. Dirty barbecue. Get rid of the cooking residue on the grills by lining the grill surface with aluminum foil, shiny side down. Crank the heat to full blast for 5 or 10 minutes. The foil acts like a self-cleaning oven, and it beats all the scrubbing. If you need to stop in the middle of painting, wrap paint brushes or rollers tightly in plastic wrap and place in the freezer. We all know about that. Okay, this I really like too. Use dollar store wooden spoons to mark the name of your outdoor plants or herbs. Makes sense? hard avocado, ripen it more quickly by placing it in a paper bag, not in the fridge. What? With a banana. Dog or cat sprayed by skunk. We've sent this out in our newsletter. You'll notice we didn't do a newsletter in the fall because we just never got around to it. Thank you kindly. But this actually works. We have had our dog sprayed by a skunk. We have used this and had the dog in the house beside us within an hour. So it's a quarter cup of peroxide, a liter of water, dish soap, and a dash of baking powder. You have to dose the animal in it and rinse and, rub it and stuff, and it works. Dog hair on the furniture, use a rubber glove to rub the furniture and it'll all come off. They were brilliant. So, we've all got a copy of that. That was dug out of the old girls with magazines. Okay, now, as far as real estate is concerned, now let's do one other thing. Right after we move one more time, we'll give you the tickets to the signature show. They'll be on the table, but I just want you to know that the signature show, which at the moment is over at the on the other side of the Weston at the Congress Center, right? Shaw Center. Oh, didn't it used to be called?
Yes, it is.
It's sort of like that monstrosity out on the west side of the city, right? How many times has that changed? Signature Show is the National Capital's premier holiday shopping event, a gathering of the finest talents, but interesting, Canadian handmade community in a landmark destination, but it's all Canadian handmade artisans, all of them. So it's at the Shaw Center. There's 180 talented artists, artisans, and designers. So there's the little blurb on the Shaw Center. Okay, as far as real estate is concerned, here we go. 2018 was a robust year in the real estate market here. If you listen to the news, every property had multiple offers, right? That would have been really nice. I would have liked it a lot, but it's a great time to sell. However, when you dig down to the details, this is what you're going to find out. 21% of properties have multiple offers. So 79% did not, right? If you dig deeper, you will find out that the property that was the highlight of these newscasts in Westboro that sold for $420,000 over the asking, remember hearing about that?
Yeah.
It was a lot that a developer could put 3 houses on. So, houses not priced and presented properly are still on the market for about roughly, who knows, right? I always say my crystal ball doesn't work too well, but roughly 65 days. Ottawa still has the most affordable housing of any major city in Canada based on disposable income. Year to date, residential and condominium, 15,662 units were sold, an increase of 15% over last year, over 2017. The average price was up 4%. Overall, average residential price in Ottawa, who wants to guess? Whoever said 450 is close, 447, 639. And the average condominium?
Oh, no, I thought she was asking.
277. 855. Everybody's going, where are they? So the little side bottom here is Ottawa continues to be a safe and affordable place to invest and own in real estate, and it is. Nothing has changed in that vein for sure. Okay. We're able to, guess what? Move for our last move, and then we will do the raffle. So Sandy said since this was the last move, that you all get to do this with her this time. Okay?
Beautiful women!
Here we go.
We're going to take some big breaths. We're going to call them the surrendering and letting go breaths before we do our that's comfortable, and we will begin by
Depends how much wine you've had.
inhaling fully, exhaling completely, and inhaling to gratitude and chanting.
You're gonna think we're not. Thank you. These poor men, the only ones in the room, are gonna think we're nuts, right? This is something else I'm going to read and then distribute to you. And for those of you that were here in 2009, I didn't do that then, but I tend to think that it's even more appropriate now. Once in a while, someone does a nice job of describing a Canadian. This time it was an Australian dentist. An Australian's definition of a Canadian. In case anyone asks you who a Canadian is, you probably missed it in the local news. But there was a report that someone in Pakistan had advertised in a newspaper an offer of a reward to anyone who killed a Canadian, any Canadian. An Australian dentist wrote the following editorial to help define what a Canadian is, so they would know one when they found one. A Canadian can be English or French or Italian, Irish, German, Spanish, Polish, Russian, or Greek. A Canadian can be Mexican, African, Indian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Australian, Iranian, Asian, Arab, Pakistani, or Afghans. A Canadian may also be a Cree, Métis, Mohawk, Blackfoot, Sioux, or any one of the other tribes known as Native Canadians. We're going to wait on dessert, right? Just for a few minutes? Thanks. Okay. A Canadian's religious beliefs range from Christian, Jewish, Buddhist, Muslim, Hindu, or none. In fact, there are more Muslims in Canada than in Afghanistan. The key difference is that in Canada they are free to worship as each of them chooses. Whether they have a religion or no religion, each Canadian ultimately answers only to God, not the government, or to armed thugs claiming to speak for the government and or for God. A Canadian lives in one of the most prosperous lands in the history of the world. The root of that prosperity can be found in the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which recognizes the rights of each person to the pursuit of happiness. A Canadian is generous, and Canadians have helped out just about every other nation in the world in their time of need, never asking a thing in return. Can you wait for dessert? Can we wait, please?
Yeah.
Thanks. Canadians welcome the best of everything, the best products, the best books, the best music, the best food, the best services, and the best minds. But they also welcome the least, the oppressed, the outcast, and the rejected. These are the people who built Canada. They can try to kill a Canadian if you must, as other bloodthirsty tyrants in the world have tried, but in doing so, you could just be killing a relative or a neighbor. This is because Canadians are not a particular people from any particular place. They are the embodiment of the human spirit of freedom. Everyone who holds to the spirit everywhere can be a Canadian.
Wow. Beautiful.
That was the symbolism on the invitation. If you look at the coat of many colors, basically. And if you look at the top of the invitation, it's all the different walks of life that could possibly, well, not all of them, obviously. Anyway, that was the inspiration for that. So, there we go. We have those to give out, so.
Sure.
I thought it was more than appropriate these days. Okay. Rochelle, Rochelle is going to hand out envelopes, and we are delighted to give you, with our compliments, a ticket to the signature show, and you'll also find in it 2 business cards. If you would hang on to one, because they're new. We changed, as most of you are aware, we're not new, right? Remax affiliates We were Remax Metro City, so it was the franchise that changed, but nothing else did tell me on the all other stuff stayed. Hang on to one. Please give the other to someone either moving, buying, or thinking of moving, or thinking of buying, upgrading, downsizing, transferring in Ottawa, out of Ottawa, across Canada, around the world. And just having said around the world, one of our clients, where's Anne Bending? Where's Anne Bending? There she is. Was in Switzerland recently and brought me back the Remax advertisements from Switzerland, right? Which I thought was really thoughtful. But we are worldwide and we have connections worldwide, so please don't hesitate if you have anyone going overseas. That's awesome for us too. You are our business. You have been for 34 years in my case. Some people are suggesting another 34, but that's not going to happen. But lots. So we will serve. There's Nico. Nico, thank you very much for coordinating all this. And thank you to the two gentlemen who have been buzzing around here, especially the young man standing against the wall here, because when I walked in, he said, "I know you." This is Denise. Denise just told me that she's doing tea for two at the Shadow as part of the raffle. So we will raffle that out. And their high tea is really nice if you haven't done it already. So if we could serve dessert, that would be awesome. And in 2 or 3 minutes, we'll start raffling. This is my favorite dessert, by the way. Strawberry shortcake, no calories. I would like, first of all, to tell you, to thank you, because we have raised $2,375, which Dwight and I will top off to $2,500, so that we give equal amounts to the two charities. So give yourself all a huge round of applause. It's the most we've ever done, so that's great. It's on December the 14th at 7:30. I would have loved this. I might have kept it for myself, except that I'm not probably going to be here on the 14th. But
Shake it, shake it.
it's green. Is that Terry Murphy over there? Yeah. 0219. Just a second. There's actually 249, and then there's a squiggly red thing. Truly, so it probably would be 2491 if in fact that's another digit. So 02, just a minute, we're going to look at another digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's okay. Okay, 021 9249. So are you? Redraw. This one just says ticket. It's white. 045369.
Say that again.
White ticket. 045369. 045 369. There you go. All right, we have another one. We have two more prizes here. Stained glass piece and Maria Magnotti's painting. So, Anne, you want to take a picture? This is no Colorado, it's just plain. So this is the stained glass birdhouse piece. It is 045 523. No, it's white. So you have to know that that lady, years and years and years ago, when I walked in her house, she had a mannequin at the front door. Scared the living, you know what I mean. So maybe that could go with the mannequin. Okay, now we are at Maria's painting. Kelsey, you want to come take a picture? Now you can blame Kelsey if you don't win it. Okay, it's white. 045259.
It's not me. Sorry, I'm leaving.
045259. All right, and she just moved in a new house. And you now have a new piece of work.
I just want to say what an amazing woman Anne is. She's, I know her for 25 years, and I run the house for everything she does.
That's it for the raffle. So, just before, I know you have to leave, but just before you go, we like to leave you with a small token, and maybe Susan and Rochelle and one other, anybody can come, Joanna? We like to leave you with a small token of this day and how amazing we think you all are. Tuck it away. Pull it out when you need a little lift. And it makes a wonderful, pardon me, a wonderful bookmark as well. In closing, we want you to know that you have all. Can I just have your attention for one short second? And then I'll stop babbling, I promise. Just one second. Dwight and I would like you all to know that you have all, whether you could be here with us physically or not, have in some way contributed to our continued success. Our lives, Dwight and I, and all our team, can simply, merely, and humbly say, thank you. Have a great day, be safe or healthy. And there's no rush out of here. So.
I just want to say what an amazing woman Anne
or not, have in some way contributed to our continued success. Our lives, Dwight and I, and all our team, can simply, merely, and humbly say, thank you.